let's start with the benefits of not constantly upgrading your equipment. And benefit number one is super duper obvious. By not constantly buying new stuff, you are saving money. I know your mind is blown. If you are not spending money, you are able to keep that money in your bank account. Ergo, you are saving it. And since I know you so well. When you don't spend money, you think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that money into a Roth IRA. I'm going to put it into a 401k, invest in index funds, not financial advice. And then at retirement, I am going to have a retirement account it has a healthy balance and I can live comfortably. I know you. And I know that's exactly what you thought when I said, this is going to save you money. You thought, I don't want to spend that money for 40 years. You didn't think, I'm going to buy another guitar pedal. I'm going to buy another G-Shock. No, I'm going to buy another hat with Bigfoot on it. You didn't think that. You thought, I'm going to put this into an account where I will not see it for 30 to 40 years. I know you that well. I know I'm kind of joking, but that is a serious benefit. Not upgrading means you're able to save money, and as things get more expensive for all of us, it is important to maybe not pinch our pennies. That kind of sounds derogatory, but at least be more conscious of what we're doing, understand the impact of spending money unnecessarily. So by not constantly upgrading, you're able to use the gear that you have, of course, assuming it's not broken or anything. You can use what you have and save that money for a rainy day, whether it be for bills or in case you do want to actually throw that into some kind of high-yield savings account or into a retirement account that may or may not have some kind of tax benefits now or when you withdraw it. Benefit number two is less obvious, but I think even better for you. As you do not upgrade your gear, you are able to learn what you have and hopefully become more efficient and effective at whatever you're doing. I will focus mainly on audio recording because that's what I do. But if you choose to upgrade your gear constantly, you are adding unnecessary hurdles and unnecessary learning curves to the production process. If you change microphones, that's not the biggest deal. It's less exaggerated, but you still need to understand the quirks of the microphone, the off-axis coloration, off-axis rejection. If it has polar patterns, which one's the best sounding to you? Which one is the best use case for you? If it has filters, do they sound good on voice? Do they sound good on sound source X, Y, or Z? You need to give yourself time to learn what you have, and that is going to slow down the production process unless you're able to allocate that time outside of the actual recording that you're trying to do. If you're upgrading an interface, that's a lot more in-depth, especially if it has some kind of control software, especially if it has a bunch of I/O. You need to understand, how do the preamps perform? Does it have processing? What are the different plugins that are available? What kind of latency is there? Am I able to burn in processing? Can I do both? How do I run out of the interface into analog gear back? It just adds hurdles. And that is something that we as individuals who are recording are trying to eliminate. We want the gear to disappear. And by keeping the same gear over and over again, or just not keeping it over and over again, but just keeping it. That's a weird way to put it. I am keeping this SM7B over and over and over again every day. I'm keeping it. But as you continue to use the same gear, you'll learn about it. I understand the shortcomings of the SM7B. It is very, very quiet. So I need to use it closer. I also understand when using this microphone, I should probably use a cleaner preamp. I'm kind of breaking that rule. I'm using the Universal Audio LA610 Mark II, which is a 2 preamp, not the cleanest out there. But I understand the quirks and I can work around them and work within the limitations. But once you throw a wrench into the gears, you're going to have to allocate time to figure it out, or the new gear, could become a hurdle or a roadblock when you're trying to get a creative idea out there. The third benefit piggybacks off of the last one. Once you stop thinking about the gear, once you stop nitpicking everything that you have, it allows the gear to just disappear and you're able to just start using it. It's important to remember why we buy the gear that we do. We don't buy the gear because, oh, cool, people are going to like me now. We buy the gear because these are tools to convey creative ideas. If you're a creative person, you know this all too well, but creative ideas are fleeting. They will come, and if there is a roadblock in your way, they will disappear before you're able to get them out. That is why becoming familiar with your gear, understanding the intricacies, understanding how to work with it, and then just ignore it, get it working and just don't think about it is amazing, because when you have a creative idea, get in front of the microphone, record. When you have an idea for a video, get in front of the camera, hit record, go. Once you start throwing in this constant changing lineup of gear, of cameras, of lenses, of microphones, of interfaces, of preamps, it just confuses things. It just makes things more difficult, unnecessarily difficult. And that could be the roadblock that means that creative idea you had went away. And you're never going to recapture that. And if you've ever written a song, you know how maddening that is. When you're just goofing around thinking, oh gosh, that part was really cool. What the hell was it? And it's gone forever. You're never going to find it again. So by eliminating those roadblocks, eliminating those hurdles, just not thinking about the gear and just having it working, it is one of the best things you can do if you're a creative person. Stop thinking about it and just create. That is why we have all this stuff that we have. The cameras, the microphones, the interfaces, the guitars, the pedals, because they are tools to get the ideas, convey the ideas that are in our heads out. Get them out so we don't freak out, man. You are freaking out, man. Gotta tell you, this last week, that really hurt. My stress has been right up here. Those are the benefits of not constantly upgrading your gear. If you have any other benefits that you can think of, let me know in the comments on YouTube. I'd love to hear from you. Again, saving money, learning the gear that you have would allow you to become more efficient. And once you understand the gear, it allows the gear to just disappear. And you can just be creative without having to constantly nitpick and worry about whatever it is you're using. Let me know in the comments down below.